Hi, so welcome to my new video from Portugal, where I'm currently studying. And I would like to talk about politics because it's something that I'm pretty interested in, and Portuguese politics, that's something that I haven't heard about at all so far, so let's check it out. Last weekend there were elections for the new parliament and the new government in Portugal. So let's present some facts that are really interesting about Portuguese politics. So one of the things that I found very interesting is the minimum result. What you have to get into the parliament. You just need 1%. 1%. If you have 1% and more, you are in the parliament. That's I would say it's very little. For instance, in Czech Republic it's 5%. In many countries I would say it's 5%. I think that, for example, in Israel it's 3%. Usually it's between 3 and 6%, let's say. And here in Portugal it's just 1%. So a lot of parties can get inside the parliament. And actually these elections, it was very significant. There are 9 parties who reached the minimum of 1%. I think that's how the democracy should work. We don't know what is the ideal percentage to get inside and to not have so many parties. I think 5% is a little bit too high. 1% is maybe too low. Now I think we should present different political subjects that are here in Portugal. So the 2 main ones have very similar names. One of them is the Socialist Party, which is Partido Socialista, and the other one is PSD, and it's Partido Social Democrata, which I would say it sounds totally similar, and you don't know, you would think that both of them are kind of probably left-wing parties, socialist, let's say, but it's a trap. So the first one, PS, they are the socialists. The second one, it's basically conservative party. Even though they are social democrats, it's a right-wing party. So don't confuse Partido Socialista and Partido Social Democrata. The last elections in 2015, it was actually the coalition of the Social Democrats and the Christian Democrats that won the elections, but they didn't. They got very high percentage. I think around 38%, but it was still not enough for the vast majority to make a coalition just one subject. And actually, it was the second party, the PS, the Socialists, who created the minority government with 2 other subjects, which are CDU and BE. So CDU for me is something that is very interesting. CDU means Coligação Democrática Unitária, the coalition between the Communist Party and the Green Party. Visually it looks again it would look like for me that this is the conservative party, this is the right-wing party with the colors and everything. Also the shortcut, it reminds me the German political party, but it's a mistake. It's probably the most left-wing party out of all of those that are there. So this coalition is very popular here also among young people. When I entered one day at the university, I got this kind of nice prospect to join the Juventude CDU. So something that probably would never happen in Czech Republic, but here it's possible. I don't judge it, or I try not to. And yeah. So the other one of the very key political subjects in Portugal is the left bloc, which is Bloco de Esquadra, BE. It's a political subject that was cooperating with the socialists during the last term, also with CDU. So they were cooperating together. This bloc is, I would say, maybe more extreme than the Socialist Party. and they tend to be labeled also as anti-capitalistic party, feminist party, populist left-wing party. You know, people like labels. So, and then we have a lot of smaller subjects. One of the new, let's say, progressive political subjects that are growing lately. So it's a party called the FCSH, Animais Natureza, People, Animals, Nature, and I would say it's an alternative green party for those kind of people that don't want to have anything together with the Communist Party, maybe. And I would say it's a very interesting subject because their program is very much connected not only to the ecology and global warming, climate change, and everything, but also about the protection of animals, how we treat animals. Also, they are attracting the young people. Also, when I was entering once the university, I got this kind of beautiful prospect to talk about their program. In the other page, they have even like the comparison of their program, the significant point, and what the other parties agree with or not, and so they try to look like they are the best. And I was translating what they are interested in. It's really like, oh, there is a lot connected to it with animals, and not only the meat industry or the dairy industry, but also like stuff connected to global warming, but also topics of like euthanasia and a lot of topics that I would say is appealing mostly for the younger generation. Finally, there are 3 very small subjects. In the other countries, probably they wouldn't get into the parliament, but here, with just 1% possibility to get into parliament, they succeeded. And so one of them is a party called Chega. It means enough, and it's one of the only right-wing anti-immigration parties. Immigration is not really a topic here in Portugal. People don't have so many problems with the number of migrants coming to Portugal. I would say in Czech Republic it's even smaller problem, but somehow it's a bigger topic. Here it's not really, and actually Portugal is one of the only countries where the socialists are growing. They don't have any problems here. And the second small subject is the liberal initiative. Iniciativa Liberal. Also, they got just a little bit over 1%, so they have like one member, like the anti-immigration party, enough. And the last party with 1% result is the party called Livre, which means free, and it's another alternative for of a green party for those who don't want the party that is maybe connected to the Communist Party, and maybe don't want the party that is too much connected on topics of animal rights and care of animals. So there is another party connected to ecology. I'm pretty impressed. They have so many of them, but this one obviously again wouldn't get into other countries' parliament. So what are the results? What is the conclusion? How the next government will look like, and what are the differences between the elections in 2015? So let's make it quick. The Socialist Party, the left-wing Socialist Party, had a result of 36%. They increased. They had 85 members. Now they have 106 members. So it's still not majority because they have 230 members in their parliament. The second party is the conservative Social Democratic Party, which got 27, almost 28%, and it's difficult to compare with the elections of 2015 because they were in the coalition. But apparently they had a little bit more of members. Now they have 77. The left bloc is very consistent. They had 19 members, now they have 19 members, and they got just slightly lower results of nearly 10%. and the CDU party, the communists, together with the Green Party, they got 6.5%, and they are also decreasing a little bit. They had 17 members, now they have just 12. The Christian Democratic Party, which was before in the coalition, now they got just 4.2%. So in most countries they wouldn't get even to the parliament. Here actually they got inside, and they received 5 members, but apparently they used to have 18, so that's a very big decrease. And afterwards we have the new progressive People, Animals, Nature party, which got 3.3%, and in the last elections they get only 1 member, and now they have 4 members. Last 3 parties, which got just a little bit over 1%. One of them is Enough, the anti-immigration party, the Liberal Initiative, 1.3%, 1 member, and Leaver, another Green Party, they got 1.1%. What is pretty sad is the number of people who were voting. It's only 54.5%, which is a slight decrease of the last elections. And even I would say the last elections had a very low number for something like parliament elections. So people are not really so much interested here in politics, probably, or they are not happy with the political situations, and they don't think that they can change it. That's something that I cannot really tell you, because I'm very new here and I'm interested in that. Maybe if you know more, you can write a comment, and maybe also I will learn more during the years. So what the government will actually look like? Well, as I said last time in 2015, it was the coalition, or more like a right-wing coalition between the Social Democrat, but the Conservative Party, and the Christian Democrats, but they didn't manage to connect with another subjects to create a government. So it was actually the left-wing socialists who created the minority government with the left bloc and the coalition of communists and Green Party. And that's something that will probably continue, because this time it was really the socialists who won the elections, and they almost got the vast majority, which probably is something that the leader and the last Premier Minister Antonio Costa probably wanted, but he will probably continue in the minority government as it was before. He is very popular. We know that the Portuguese economics was in crisis in the end of 2008, 2009, and Portugal received a bailout, and since then the country is growing, and he might be very popular because of the fact maybe that people think that he's the one that is making the difference. The country is growing faster than the average of European Union, and the unemployment is decreasing, the tourism is growing, so he's receiving a very high percentage of voters. He was also heard that probably not only he wants to talk with the left bloc and the coalition of communists and Green Party, but he would also like to involve or talk with the new progressive People, Animals, Nature party. So let's see how the situation will go on. Probably that's it about Portuguese politics so far. I hope you liked it. If you like it, you can put like and you can subscribe. And if you want me to talk about different kind of things from Portugal or something totally different, just leave a comment. I will be so happy to present you something different, and I hope I didn't bother you so much with politics. Maybe probably a lot of people don't like it, but that's it. And it's getting dark in this park, and sooner or later it will be a little bit even cold. So bye, and see you next time. Ciao.